Good evening. It is a pleasure to be with you once again. It is a privilege to be with you, to see your nice shining faces. All is well. In this age, there are many jnanis, sages, spiritual teachers being churned out. They're all over the place. Someone is always telling me of a new jnani in town. This is all good. There is nothing wrong with this. There is nothing wrong with anything. Everyone has their place. Everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing. As the observer, you should not react to anything. You should just watch, observe, look intelligently at the world, at the universe, see what's happening, and be happy. In any event, there are many schools of Advaita Vedanta that teach that the universe is Maya and illusion. Yet when asked, where did this Maya come from? Why is there Maya? Why is there illusion? And many teachers say that this is a great mystery. Students are told that this will confuse you and confound you, so it's better not to think about it. Yet, you have to know what's going on. A jnani is a being that has become all of these things: Maya, creation, everything. Therefore, an answer is forthcoming. Confusion, to be confounded, is a good thing. I love to confound you and confuse you. It is like a Zen koan. When you come up with the answer of a Zen koan, Satori or Nirvana ensues. It is the same thing with answers like this that confound you and confuse you in Advaita Vedanta. For what happens is, the brain sort of explodes, the mind diminishes. You begin to feel and see things you never felt and saw before. Every question has an answer. There is no such thing as saying it's a mystery or it will confuse you or confound you. We have discussed these things before. Creation is Maya, illusion. Yet who caused the illusion? Where did this Maya come from? It came from nowhere. Maya never existed. It does not exist. This sounds strange to many of us, but it's the truth. There is no Maya. There is no illusion. It is like you are dreaming and you wake up. What happened to the dream? It never existed. It appeared to have existed. But there was no place, no room, no space where it existed. It is like the water in a mirage. It appears real, but it doesn't exist. Again, you question, well, why does it appear to exist? It doesn't. It never did. Nothing exists. Yet we appear to be mortal. We appear to be alive. We appear to be looking at a world. Oh, beauty out there. Flowers, the sky, trees. Yet in reality, it's not there. You're not there. No thing is there. As long as you identify with the body, you can never really know this. For the body-mind phenomena keeps you guessing, evaluating, trying to solve problems. There is no problem to solve. because there never was anything wrong or right. Can't you see when you are a student of Advaita Vedanta, when you're really sincere about this, you are wasting your time to try to solve problems? I don't care what the problem may be. It is a mistake to try to solve these problems. For when you say you are trying to solve a problem, you believe the problem is true, that it's real, it exists, which means it can only turn into another problem. There is no end to it. It never finishes. This is why I say to drop it. Do not carry it around. Do not think about it. Do not consider it. Do not give it any power. You are the one who gives it the power. For you consider it, you ponder it, you evaluate it, you try to change it, to remove it. As an example, say your feelings have been hurt. Whose feelings? What feelings? You have no feelings. To have feelings, you have to be a human being. Are you a human being? What are you? You're a nothing. An absolute nothing. Yet nothing also doesn't exist. But the question will arise, where did nothing come from? Nothing didn't come from any place because it never existed. Yet when you use words, you have to say you're nothing. When you think about this, you become radiantly happy. You become happy because there are no thoughts. There are no solutions. There are no answers. There is nothing you have to become or do. You just have to stop thinking. Stop trying to solve problems. Stop trying to soothe your hurt feelings. Drop it. Leave it alone. Do not look for answers. It is the only way to be happy. As soon as you start talking or thinking, happiness eludes you. True happiness is no thing. What is happiness made out of? Most of you believe it is something that turns you on, makes you happy. But this is not really happiness. This is only part of the illusion that you believe in, that you believe will make you radiantly happy. And after a time it will change and you'll become miserable. For no thing in this world or in this universe can bring you perfect happiness. You have to become totally empty. The question always arises, where did the emptiness come from? As long as I think about being empty, again I'm deluded. If you can think about it, it's not the truth. If you can discuss it, it's not the truth. If you think you've got a point or an answer, it's not the truth. There are no answers because there are no questions. People search all over the world for their happiness, for the right teacher, for peace of mind. Yet there is no such thing. There is no peace of mind. There is no happiness, for there is nowhere from which they came. There would have to be a source of happiness or a source of peace. There'd have to be a source of wisdom. Yet if there is a source for these things, from where did the source come? How did the source come into existence? Can't you see now that whatever you think about is wrong? Whatever you see, whatever you say is wrong. You may not agree with me. Good. But what do you agree with? As long as you've got your own story, you're wrong. As long as you've got your own beliefs, your own system, you're wrong. Yet where did the wrong come from? To be wrong, you need a source where the wrong comes from. Therefore, no one is wrong. No one is right. No one is. No one. Many of us are making tremendous progress in this group, and I'm really proud of you. You are beginning to understand there is absolutely nothing to say. There is nothing to correct. There is no one to love or to hate. There is absolutely nothing. All is well. When I say, all is well, do not try to qualify that statement. If you were only able to accept all is well for what it's worth, nothing, you would instantly be awakened. But whenever I make the statement to you and I say, all is well, immediately your mind starts thinking about this, doesn't it? You're saying, if you only knew my problems. I can't find a job. My house burned down. This happened. That happened. I've got cancer of the eyeballs. So what? Now, I don't mean any disrespect when I say, so what, if you're suffering? But the truth is, so what? So what really means it's not this and it's not that. It's not right. It's not wrong. It's not good. It's not bad. Do not look at yourself as a body. Do not look at others as bodies. Do not look at the universe as an entity. Just learn to be spontaneous. Watch, observe, look and do nothing. We have to get to that point. Think of how many times your feelings were hurt today. Think how many times you felt sorry for yourself. Think how many times you believe something is wrong somewhere. You watch the news on TV. If you watch the news on TV, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. There is total chaos and confusion going on. Every time I turn the TV on, I just have to laugh. Everybody is taking everything so seriously. They're running around killing one another. Fighting for the President of the United States. All of these things have been going on, and they've been going on since the beginning of time. Nothing has changed. And people never learn. I suppose if we live long enough, like 6,000 years, these things would not bother us any longer, because we've seen them before. We've seen them over and over and over again. If you were 5,000 years old, you would have seen wars, man's inhumanity to man, destruction, chaos, cataclysms, again and again and again and again, and it wouldn't faze you. But because you were born in this century and you're only seeing a small part of your life, you take these things as serious. You take these things as being real and true, and you react to them. Reacting to them means that you believe in them, that they are real and true for you. Therefore, you've got to change something or fix something or resolve something or get even with someone. Why? What difference does it make? Awaken to reality. Leave everyone alone, especially your own body. Leave it alone. Do what you have to do and leave it alone. There is no confusion. There's nothing. And again, nothing means nothing. You are para-nothing, beyond nothing. What is disturbing you? Many of you would like to change their lives, for you still believe that if things were different, you'd be much happier. If you had your way, you'd be so much more peaceful, so much happier. This will never happen. You cannot change what you are inside by changing conditions. Everything is right just the way it is. Leave everything alone. Accept life by becoming radiantly peaceful and happy just the way you are, right now, in spite of so-called conditioning. Some of you believe you are lonely. Some of you believe you are poverty-stricken. Some of you believe that you are in ill health. Some of you believe that you are very healthy. Some of you believe that you are very secure. You have plenty of funds. They're all imposters. It's all a game that you are playing with yourself. It never came from anywhere. It doesn't exist. But yet you identify with your body to such an extent that everything looks real. You therefore believe that if you had this instead of that, you'd be very happy. But that is not the case. The people who have what you want are also worrying and fretting and have their own so-called problems in their life. You can only become happy and peaceful when you have no desires. Accept everything the way it is, just the way it is. The good and the bad so-called, the right and the wrong, just accept everything. Do not evaluate it. Do not judge it. Do not try to change it. Just be. You're going to have to wake up one day. Why not do it right now? The only reason you believe it's hard is because you're not living spontaneously. You're living in time and space. When you live spontaneously, there is no room for anything else. Therefore, all of your yesterdays are gone. Your tomorrows do not exist. There is no room in spontaneity to worry or to fret or to think if you're truly living spontaneously. It means you're living in every second. When you live in every second, where's the time to think? Where is the time to judge? Where is the time to get angry, trying to convert somebody or convince somebody of anything? There is no place and there's no time to do all that. But when you live in time, then all the thoughts come to you about yesterday. Worries come to you about tomorrow, and you have to make decisions. And you have likes and dislikes. All these things take place in time and space. Again, when you live spontaneously, time and space do not exist for you. For you are living fully every second. Every second you exist. You do not exist as anything special. You do not exist as a man or a woman. You simply exist. And in that spontaneity, you are the universe. But as soon as you break away from it, you become an individual once more. You become a body and a mind, and you see others as bodies and minds. But when you're living in that spontaneity, there is no space. There is no room for anything. You have become absolute freedom. That freedom is not for yourself. For if you know freedom, then it's not freedom. There is no one left to know anything when you're living spontaneous. The Noah has been transcended. What more is there to say? Anything else that I say will become redundant.